Now, of course, we've been talking a lot about Netflix lately. Yesterday, we talked about them celebrating their 25th anniversary of being in business. We talked a lot about the 3 different times they completely changed the landscape of home entertainment. It's an iconic company, but they've had a bit of a rough year. It's fair to say they've had a bit of a rough year. They've had some good things happen recently, though, and that's fine. But one of the interesting things that's happened this year was a complete change of course when they announced that they would indeed be adding a new tier that will have commercials. It will be an ad-supported level. Now, we got a little bit more information of that coming to us from folks over at Engadget, who've pointed out that reports are saying that this new ad-supported level of Netflix will cost somewhere between $7 and $9. This is what they had to say. Netflix's forthcoming ad-supported tier could represent a significant discount on the company's existing plans, according to Bloomberg. The streaming giant is considering a monthly price of between $7 and $9. For context, the company's current basic plan starts at $10 per month and does not include HD streaming, so why would you have it? You can pay as much as $20 every 30 days to access 4K comment. Now, they're going to start rolling this out in a number of territories, they say, by the end of the year. This has proven to be something that works. I know a lot of the fan base, including me, will sometimes feel torn about the idea of watching commercials. I mean, the first one I got was the Hulu plan that took out all the commercials. Once that happened, I got spoiled. I'll never go back. But for a lot of people, ads and commercials is just another day. I mean, it's no big deal. And if it can save you 10, 12, 14 bucks off the cost of your monthly subscription, maybe it's not a big deal. So that's interesting. And I think the $7 to $9, I'll be honest, guys, I was kind of expecting to hear this to be closer to the $4.99 or $5 range with ads, which I think is the Apple Plus subscription without ads. So I was kind of thinking being down there. $7 to $9 isn't so bad. But here's the one thing that I don't think we've talked a lot about, which is the fact that one of the big benefits, even for us as fans, of them introducing this ad included tier program with $7 to $9 a month and then including ads is this. One of the things we as fans have been frustrated about with Netflix over the years is when real popular shows get canceled. And as we've talked about on the show, Rob, the reason real popular shows get canceled is because once Netflix puts something online, it don't matter whether 100 people watch it or 100 million people watch it. They don't make another set. Doesn't mean anything. Because in the old cable network model, the more people that watched a show, the higher the ad revenue could be, and hence the more money it made. And so when Netflix and other streamers have a show, they don't look at how many people are watching. They look at how many first-time subscribers are coming in as a result of this program. And if a show hits season 2 and they realize, okay, everybody who's going to sign up for this show, sign up to our service for the show has already done so, we're not getting any real more benefit, and it gets the axe. Hopefully for us as fans, that might get turned on its head a bit moving forward, because if they have this ad-supported tier, and like everybody in the ad-supported tier, it's still crazy to a lot of us that they're not even still thinking about whether or not to do a Sandman season 2. Under the traditional model, it would have been done already. They would have been halfway through shooting the second season already. Maybe with this ad-supported program, they can say, hey, you know what? A lot of people watched it, and that actually made us money, even without new subscribers. So maybe that can save that. Anyway, Rob, you're hearing about the $7 to $9. What do you think about that price point? And what do you think the advantages could be here for ads and the people watching them?
Well, I don't understand why anyone would want to go back to an ad tier with streaming. Because if I have to see Tom Brady say, let's go one more time, I swear to God, I'm going to slip my wrists. But
you're still mad about that goal line at the Super Bowl, aren't you? Like you are still carrying that around.
Oh, man. No, but in all seriousness, I think, $7 to $9 seems reasonable. Yeah. I mean, that's enough money that I think that it's viable. Like you pointed out, I hope it saves shows because, John, we need that Manifest season 5.
Oh, God.
Come on. I know.
I thought we were going to talk.
I'm going to be like a Snyder Cut, bro, and I'm going to be like, you gave us Manifest season 4, but let's go for 5. No, but in all honesty, I think if it could save, there have been great shows that Netflix picked up, and they only did one season. Like there was good Canadian people made a time travel show called Travelers that Eric McCormack was a producer on and was the star of that I really liked. Netflix picked it up. Thought they took over the ownership of it. They only did one season, and it was over. Designated Survivor, which was a show that I quite liked, again, brought it back for one season, one and done.
Yeah, because the strategy was pick it up. All the loyal people who watch that show that aren't Netflix subscribers yet, they'll sign up. They did with Lucifer.
They did with
They'll
Lucifer.
sign up, and then we don't have to go long term with it.
But then if these are a lot of ad tiered people,
Yeah.
and they're watching a lot of Lucifer, they're watching a lot of Manifest, or they're watching a designated survivor, that means, oh, well, now they actually have an analytic that directly correlates to watch time and money as opposed to just subscribers. And like you pointed out, I think that's exciting. And I think a lot of people, especially older people that are used to commercials, might be signing up for that when they wouldn't before because they're on fixed income or something. We might get a whole strata of people.
Christian, what's your takeaway from all this?
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is. So it's funny to hear you talk about like the Hulu thing, right? Because of that, you never went back. It's the opposite for me. I actually had Hulu with the ads going, I don't know if I'm ever going to do an ad thing. It's snack time, baby. During ads, I get a little bit of time to do something. I'll run to the kitchen. Oh, 30 seconds? Thanks for letting me know. And I'll run to the kitchen. I time myself. I come back. It doesn't bother me anymore. Like, unless there's if I have to watch something in a certain amount of time, it adds a little bit more time to your watch, right? As opposed to, if it's a quick 30 minutes, without the ads, it probably turns into maybe 40 minutes, whatever it might be. You just got to be prepared for that. I don't mind it. I think it's a smart business decision because of exactly what you're talking about with like Sandman, right? So advertisers are going to come in and go, hey, that show, put more of our stuff on that show.
Yeah.
Do that. And that's going to start to save shows like that because now people are going to be buying spots. And the other, there's two sides to look at it also when it comes to what Netflix is probably preparing for. Because even hearing this for myself, I'm like, I pay for a lot of things, and there's only a couple shows that I watch on Netflix, whether it's Stranger Things, Cobra Kai, Sandman, a few other things that I watch. But I'm not like diving in there the way that I dive into Hulu or Amazon Prime or things that way. If I know that I can go down to like $10, $9, $10, I'm going to do it. They have to be prepared that a lot of people who already have the $20 are going to drop. That's preparation number one. But the other good preparation is, okay, but now that people know that we have a cheaper tier, now they're going to come in. That's what they're ultimately preparing for. Is to say like, okay, look at what we're doing now. We have ads. You can afford us because competition does two things. It either knocks you out or it makes you stronger. This is their attempt to get stronger. And because they have a lot of competition now. It's not, they don't just rule the game anymore.
He just brought up something really important.
Thank you.
You said if advertisers could choose where their ads are going to go, like on a network show. If an advertiser says, hey, we want to put our ads on this particular show, Netflix, which has been very opaque in terms of their viewership, is going to have to make all that information available to advertisers. And will that affect their deals with studios or talent who weren't getting residuals? If you have an ad-based tier and somebody wants to buy, say one of your shows is making a ton of money on ads.
So think of Stranger Things. When Stranger Things comes back, if you can get an ad, who's not going to want to advertise on Stranger Things?
I mean, if they and not only that, the demographic that they're going for, advertisers are going for, does that mean then that the Duffer Brothers are all going to be able to renegotiate for seasons 4, 5, and 6 or whatever, or 4 and 5? That's going to be really interesting as far as the industry is concerned.
Here's the other interesting thing about this. Remember when they had to come out and announce that, hey, we lost 1 million subscribers? But they didn't sound all that worried. I think one of the reasons they weren't all that worried is because, number one, they know they've got this ad-supported cheaper tier coming, and they think they're going to add a lot of people. The second thing that they're doing, of course, a lot of people get upset that Netflix is going to make it harder to pirate, whatever, but they're introducing that thing where you can add an additional home for, what was it, $3, $4? They're going to count those as subscribers.
Yeah.
So between that $3 to $4, okay, your son isn't living at home anymore. He can still use your account for an additional $3 a month. And these people can sign up for the ad support tier for, let's say, split the difference, $8 a month. They weren't terribly worried about the losing 1 million because they think they're going to add 3 million next quarter or whenever they roll these things out. So it's really interesting. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Do you think for an ad-supported, watching some commercials level of Netflix that's between $7 and $9, do you think that's an acceptable price range? How do you feel about that? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts that a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Most t-shirts are either way too tight on your gut or look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore, and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. And the John Campea Show viewers and listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, get 25% off using the code CAMPEA at trueclassic.com. Look, you and I both know that almost all of men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs. But let's be honest, that's not most of us. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt that you can always confidently throw on. Like most of you guys, ever since college, I've always struggled to find proper fitting t-shirts that are comfortable. Well, True Classic, from the moment I put on the shirt they sent me, solves it. And True Classic doesn't just stop at tees. From polos and workout shirts with the same flattering fit. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with the promo code CAMPEA. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day refund policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you.